Sir, you are not audible.
Yeah, I am not audible.
No.
No. Actually, I was not speaking.
Now you are audible, sir.
Now I am
Okay.
speaking. Now only I am speaking. Previously,
Okay, sir.
that PowerPoint started speaking itself. So I thought all of you are hearing. No. I'll stop. I'll stop that and read myself. Are you seeing the screen? Adjusted net bank credit.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes, sir.
This sometimes they ask this. You are able to see this, Nitish? Nitish,
Yes, sir. Yes.
you are able to see. Adjusted net bank credit means technical definition of adjusted net bank credit is it is the net bank credit plus investments made by banks in non-SLR held to till maturity category or credit equivalent amount of off balance sheet exposure, whichever is higher. First, let us see how this ANBC is calculated. The following table provides the calculations involved in getting ANBC of a bank. Bank credit in India, that is as prescribed in item number 6 of Form A of Special Return of March 31st under Section 42(2) of RBI Act, that is number 1, bank credit in India. Then bills rediscounted with RBI and other approved financial institutions is 2. So the net bank credit will be 1 minus 2. Then the investments in non-SLR categories under HTM category plus other investments eligible to be treated as priority sector is 4. So now ANBC is 3 plus 4. I think I have already shared the link with you, but I don't know something wrong. This PowerPoint, when I press, it starts speaking by itself. Yeah, now it is not speaking. The terms used in the calculations are Nitish, are you able to see the screen? No. Bank credit of a bank is the loans, cash payments, overdrafts provided by the bank to the customers. It also contains bills purchased, bills discounted. Bills purchased or the bills which have been purchased as a security for the advances given. For example, go to a bank for loan. I don't know. I'm not able to see this. Now it has to provide any security against the loan so that bank can recover the money. If company is not able to pay the money, bank can in stipulated time, instead of keeping any asset as security, it gives a bill to the bank saying that it will give the amount of money plus interest after a stipulated time. So in this way, the bank has purchased a bill against giving the amount written in bill to the company. Then number 4, bills discounted or the bills which are purchased after discounting money. For example, a person buys a product from the market and promises to pay the money at some later time. The shopkeeper will give a bill to the customer. Now, if the shopkeeper wants the money before that time, he can go to the bank with the bill. Now the bank will not give the entire money written on the bill to the shopkeeper. It will deduct some money known as bills discounting from the bill and lend the remaining to the shopkeeper. Now, when the shopkeeper receives the money from his customer, he can pay back to bank. The bank deducts the money or discounts the bill in order to keep the discounted money with as interest. Next, bills rediscounted with RBI. Banks also do the rediscounting of bills. We have read in the last paragraph about bills discounting. Sample of rediscounting bill continues from here. Now, if the bank wants that money before stipulated period, it can present the bill to RBI or other financial institutions and get the bill rediscounted. So the bank will pay the amount to RBI or other financial institution after it gets the money back from the shopkeeper. Next one, net bank credit. The third term is net bank credit, which is calculated as bank credit minus bills discounted. This we have already seen. Then investment in non-SLR categories. Investments in non-SLR categories under HTM category plus other investments eligible to be treated as priority sector. We know that banks have to maintain their deposits and liquid assets with itself before granting credits or loans to customers in order to meet the future contingencies. The liquid assets are such as government securities, bonds, and precious metals like gold or the assets which can be converted to cash at any time. And the ratio prescribed liquid investments to deposits is termed as SLR. Now, other than SLR investments, investing in various capital market instruments such as stocks and bonds issued by public and private sector companies and commercial papers, investments in mutual fund scheme, etc., come under the non-SLR investments. Held to maturity means this question, Ram Manogar and UBI people, remember it's important for you. Held to maturity means the investments which remain for a specified time period, that is, till the maturity, and also the investments which have fixed or determinable payments. So that is an important point. So adjusted net bank credit for calculating ANBC, net bank credit and investments in non-SLR categories are added. Targets and sub-targets under the priority sector lending or linked to ANBC. Domestic commercial banks have to set a target of 40% of ANBC. But normally in interviews, what we will do is we will say priority sector should be 40% of the advances. You say like that. Otherwise, if you tell 40% of the ANBC, then you will land into problem like this. So you must be able to answer these things. Okay, thank you so much. I have shared this video, not video, this PowerPoint with you. It will speak for yours itself. Now, do you have any questions in your mind? I don't, but I have shared yesterday a video with you as a last video, wherein I have told you, you must read all these topics. How many of you could not watch that video? Please tell me. I'm sure many of you would not have watched. I know the way people, because you all get no time to prepare. So probably you do not get time to prepare. So here, I have shared this with you. I think I'll be able to share this. Share. Economy and Finance, FM Sitaram, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman concludes
Are you able to
consultations with the stakeholders. All eyes now on
Yes, sir.
NDA
Dipti Ranjan, are
3.0
you able to hear me?
first budget.
Yes,
India
sir.
Qatar to work on deepening trade ties in joint working group meet. PC Jeweller receives PNB approval for one-time settlement for outstanding dues. Bank decided to recall the loans advanced to it after it was revealed in a filing that the company had defaulted on loans worth rupees 3,466 crore from banks and financial institutions. The relief follows more than 3 months after State Bank of India country's largest lender accepted one-time settlement proposal submitted by the company. Commercial banks turn cautious on lending to smaller microfinance players. Bandhan Bank names Ratan Kumar Kesh as interim head. Bandhan Bank names Ratan Kumar Kesh as interim head. Kalyan Jewelers to make US debut by Diwali. Ola's Bhavish Agarwal says foreign companies siphoning off India's data like East India Company. Greenco gets NAB FID sanction for rupees 6,200 crore to prepay overseas bonds. Hindenburg shared Adani's report with the client 2 months before publishing it, says SEBI. Packaged food makers evaluate FSSAI's big and bold letter proposal. Key indices repo rate 6.5, standing deposit facility 6.25, MSF bank rate 6.75%, CRR 4.50, SLR 18%, Indian rupee to US dollar 83.50, Great Britain pound 106.65, 1 euro is equal to 90.37. Bombay BSE Sensex 79,996, Nifty 24,323.85. Thank you. I think this is the previous video.
वो तो सही है लेकिन सिर्फ मैं तुम्हारा काम खुद करती हूँ तो मुझे इत्मीनान
वो तो आपकी मोहब्बत है लेकिन आपके पास इतना जब शौक साफ है तो खुद काम करने की क्या बात
अल्लाह से शुक्र करती हूँ ना
Who is speaking? I don't know.
ये बात
कहाँ से बात? Candidates, I am reading from the just a minute. Are you able to hear the voice? From the angle of say earlier
Nitin,
the
Nigarika?
general banking questions were
Sir,
read.
very low voice is
Now these
coming.
are all related to computer and fintech.
No, 1 minute.
These whatever I am telling you are important. Central bank digital currency, cryptocurrency. How is CBDC different from UPI? Candidates, you may be wondering what is this? This is a link of the booklet on bank promotions I have shared yesterday with you. In that, there are about 112 pages or so. In the end, only you have that ratio analysis, balance sheet analysis. But from page 47, some aspects of it can be asked in a bank interview. I am just telling you those points only, which are all important for you to read. And that is what it is. And you say the sound is not coming correctly because I have recorded it yesterday. Maybe from here it is not coming correctly. I don't know. No. Otherwise, what I will do, I will stop this. I will show you from the material itself. Yeah. From that material which I and this is what I are you seeing this screen now? No. Just a minute. This is what I wanted to share with you. This is actually Union Bank of India questions. I have given you. It is very much available in your folder. And here, this is how their questions are being asked. And you please, nothing new. But one thing, this is old data. Don't believe this. You check up with the latest data. So you please prepare for this. So I am not spending time on this one. I will go to bank promotion. Where is the bank promotion? 1 minute. For that, I can go to someone of you, your this thing.
Sir, your
Yeah.
voice is very low.
Voice is low. Cha. Now I think it must be good because earlier it was very
Yes, sir.
much.
Yes, sir.
Now it is good. I think I should keep it here near my mouth. That is okay. Wait a minute. Now I was so many things I have given. That's why, and that is why those people who have joined today, some Jayashri or somebody, Jayashri is there or
Yes,
she
sir.
has gone? Are you there,
Yes, sir.
Jayashri?
Yes, sir.
Jayashri, I have shared with you one link stating last minute preparation because
Okay.
there is not much of a time. So I have given you 2 or 3 files only, and I wanted you to prepare on that. One is that
Yes, sir.
106 is what is that promote that credit appraisal booklet,
Okay.
and then that credit management questions, interview questions
Okay,
that I
sir.
have given you, and then 1 minute like that. Oh, this is, I wanted to show you this. Then another one is this book, this promotion booklet. In that booklet, from page number 47,
Mm. Okay.
to some page I have given you. I wanted you to go through that. And only I am now trying to show you what are all the say important points I was referring to there. You can watch in that video itself. It will come out correctly. Say this one. This is one. Are you seeing now? PNB last minute preparation for want of time.
Okay.
Here I have given you MSME 100 questions, but answers slight change may be required because it is prepared as on 21 or 2022. So
Okay, sir.
anything relating to latest revisions, check up. Then
Yes, sir.
freshers question substitute with your interview back. This is the one. This one is what, let me see. Let me see what it is. The one problem with OneDrive is sometimes it will open, many times it will not open. This is the one thing that is not very much relevant for UBI people, but for our say PNB people, they are supposed to be freshers. They are supposed to be freshers. So these are the very questions that are being asked in such bank interviews in the recent past. So please go through that one. Now, 1 minute. I was going through this. Yeah. Where am I? Here. Yeah. And apart from this, freshers for PNB, important files to read. Of course, basics of banking,
Sir, I
current
think
affairs.
your screen is freeze. We are able to hear that fixed screen. It is not rolling up and down. I think.
Acha, acha. No, but that is in our browser. This is in my, what is this? Um, this is in my what's I mean w-
Miss what?
Word file. So that's why 1 minute. 1 minute. Hold on. Yeah, 1 minute. Kindly hold on. Yeah, okay. Now what is this tiny URL and what is this tiny URL? Mm, this tiny URL is yes, this is what I told you. I have asked you to people to read only these files because you don't have much time at your disposal. This is book number 106, certified. What is that? Certified credit? What is the expansion?
Certified credit professional.
Certified credit professional. That one. And another one is credit officer interview questions. What I have compiled based on various interviews, some with Punjab National Bank, a few with Bank of Maharashtra, a few with the Central Bank, and all that. This is the level of questions you people going to UBI will be getting. Some questions, this in one NABFID interview, they have asked simple question. What is
Sir, your screen
DSCR?
is freezed, sir.
Now screen is not seen now.
Yeah, it's freezed, sir.
That's a 1 minute. Acha. 1 minute, 1 minute. It's not coming because that is in.
So now fine.
Now you are seeing it.
Yes, sir.
This is credit officer interview questions. I am telling for the sake of Jayashree, who has joined today only. Jayashree, here I have given you provisioning norms.
Okay, okay, sir.
Then substandard assets, doubtful assets, loss assets. Then I have prepared simple questions on accountancy. For
Okay,
example,
sir.
you can ask yourself, for majority of our PNB people, they will get this question. What is intangible assets? What is current assets? Like that they will ask. Then what is capital and money markets distinction? This type of question. What is priority sector advances? They'll ask broadly questions only. But in your case, the questions will go on like this. This is actually a Punjab National Bank question itself, where we have already seen about credit monitoring arrangement, profitability ratio, formula of gross profit, net profit. Like that, these things will go on. Likewise, so many questions are given here. Please prepare yourself for these questions. So that's what I wanted to tell you. And
Yes, sir.
regarding another one, that promotion interview questions, 1 minute. I am not getting that. Bank promotion link revised. This one. This is the one I am showing you now. I think you are getting it. Bank promotion link revised. This is one. Again, it will be boring for you to read all these things. From among this, are you seeing the screen clearly, Nigarika?
Yes, sir.
This is the one I want you to now read. Earlier, I was telling you only certified credit professional, but from the angle of our, say, UBI people, these questions are important. From 47 to 104. From 47 to 104, anything can be asked. Not everything is important. You see, you find out what is blockchain in banking sector. Difference between American depository receipt and global depository receipt. What do you mean by special drawing rights? What do you understand by merchant discount rate? Then what is risk adjusted return on capital? I know it's tough. Then this one, Tobin tax, tokenization. Then nominal effective exchange rate, real effective exchange rate. What is currency swap? Then what is robotic process automation? You are all seniors, so they may expect you to know up to this. What is Ponzi scheme? What is capital flight? What is difference between UPI 123 and UPI Lite? What is bank identification number? What is dead weight loss? What is prime rate? What is underwriting? What is venture capital? What is this Google tax or diverted profit tax? How are banks leveraging the cloud to create new business frontiers? Punjab National Bank people, don't get worried. This much they will not ask you, but I am talking for these people. Cash withdrawal facility at point of sale. What is shadow banks? Shadow bank is a name given to all intermediaries that provide services similar to traditional bank. They typically carry out banking function but do not come into the ambit of banking regulation of a country. Shadow banking got popular in the financial laws of 2008 and was deemed to be one of the main factors of the said crisis. It was coined by Paul Macaulay in 2007 to mainly define American non-banking intermediaries. These banks are defined as credit intermediation involving entities and activities remain outside regular banking system. In our country, NBFCs in the country come under the purview of the shadow banking sector. However, they are highly regulated by our central bank. Shadow banking has been the talk of the town after the recent crisis regarding IL and FS. This happened about a year or two back. Some company in Delhi, it became problem. What is a freelance economy? What is commercial paper? What is meant by unicorns? How many unicorns are there in our country? What are account aggregators? I'm sorry, I won't be able to explain about them. I have heard about them. Can anyone explain what is account aggregator? Can anyone tell me what is account aggregator? Otherwise, um, whose internet is good, please read account aggregators. Mohan, your internet is okay? Then our Jayashri, your internet is okay. Please read.
Yes, sir. An
Hmm.
account aggregator is a type of RBI regulated entity with an NBFC AA license that helps an individual securely and digitally access and share information from one financial institution they have an account with to any other regulated financial institution in AA network. Data cannot be shared without the consent of the individual. The account aggregator framework facilitates sharing of financial and other information on a real time basis and in a data blind manner between different regulated entities. This will be many account aggregators an individual can choose between. India's financial system involves many hassles for consumers today, namely sharing physical signed with scanned copies of bank statements, running around to notarize or stamp documents, or having to share your personal username and password to give your financial history to a third party. The account aggregator network would replace all these with a simple mobile based, simple and safe digital data access and sharing process. This will create opportunities for new kind of services, example, new type of loans. The individual's bank just needs to join the account aggregator network.
Can
That's all, sir.
anyone? Yeah, good. Can anyone tell me who are the account aggregators in our country? India account aggregators. Account aggregators as licensed entities from RBI that consolidate user financial information. There are 8 AAs who have received principal approval. Who are they? Can anyone tell me who are they? I am asking whether it is our GPAY, PhonePe, or they account aggregators. That's what I wanted. Anybody
No,
knows?
sir. I just Googled it.
Uh,
Scams FinServe.
As what that,
Cookie.
which company?
sir, what the
There
thing
are
is, sir?
around 10 people, sir.
So here it is. Agia Technologies, then CAMS FinServe, then Cookie Jar Technologies, then Thrift Connect Private Limited, Signet
account.
then Dashboard, then Digio, then FinSec, then NESL, then Proteon,
NSDL.
Perfios, like this. These are there. AAs with in principle approval. These are the things. So I am in this line. Even then, I am not familiar with this. Not feeling bad to. I am giving you this link in our WhatsApp group. Please
Sir, I
read
think
that.
it is something similar to probe, sir.
Similar to probe, PROBE.
Yes, yes.
And this word probe itself, I learned only few days back from another candidate. He said the details of companies will be available there. And
Yes,
using
sir.
that,
Yes, sir.
we normally go for canvassing of new parties. But for Punjab National Bank, that much details and all not needed. Now, where are we? Yeah. Now, this is one question. In one interview, they asked this question, money mules. Ram Manogar, please read this. Who was talking
Money,
to
a
me?
money mule is someone who transfers or moves illegally acquired money on behalf of someone else. Criminals recruit money mules to help launder proceeds derived from online scams and frauds or crimes like human trafficking and drug trafficking. Money mules add layers of distance between crime victims and criminals, which makes it harder for law enforcement to accurately trace money trails. Money mules can move funds in various ways, including through bank accounts, cashier's checks, virtual currency, prepaid debit card,
Or money service businesses. Yeah, very good. Uh, Internet is playing a havoc. Now, Jayashri, are you able to see the screen? Twin balance sheet problem.
Yes, sir, I can.
Please read.
Yes, sir. A twin balance sheet is a scenario where banks are under severe stress and the corporates are over leveraged to the extent that they cannot repay their loans. During a boom period and the economic growth is robust, corporates are encouraged to invest and expand aggressively. The Economic Survey of 2017-18 put it simply. A twin balance sheet problem follows a standard path. Their companies expand during a boom, leaving them with obligations that they cannot repay. So they default on their debts, leaving bank balance sheets impaired as well. According to the 2017-18 economic survey, investors dumped the stocks of PSU, bringing their prices to such low levels at that one point, HDFC was valued as much as 24 public sector banks put together. In the mid 2000s, infra companies saw robust growth and their shares shoot up. But as the loans piled up, banks found themselves in a tight spot. It was a twin balance sheet problem.
Sorry, my voice is not heard you. Crowdfunding. What is crowdfunding? Jayashri,
Yes, sir.
please read crowdfunding.
Yeah, crowdfunding is a concept popular in the West is seeing traction in India too for raising funds for medical, professional, personal, educational, creative causes or projects. Under crowdfunding, projects or a venture is financed by a group of individuals instead of professional parties like banks, venture capitalists, or business angels. Crowdfunding makes use of the easy accessibility of vast networks of people through social media and crowdfunding websites to bring investors and entrepreneurs together, with the potential to increase entrepreneurship by expanding the pool of investors beyond the traditional circle of owners, relatives, and venture capitalists. Allows investors to select from hundreds of projects and invest as little as rupees 10. Crowdfunding, which is an appealing choice of fundraising for startups, occurs without any intermediary, and entrepreneurs tap the crowd by raising the money directly from individuals.
I think it is similar to somebody raising money for some operation, something like that. Is it the same thing or something else? Nitish, you know that? Nitish is there or not there? So, okay. Now, this question is also important. Jayashree, green banking.
So should I read this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Green banking means promoting environmentally friendly practices and reducing the carbon footprints from the banking activities. Green banking entails banks to encourage environment friendly investments and give lending priority to those industries which have already turned green or trying to go green, and thereby help to restore the natural environment. Green banking aims at improving the operations and technology along with making the client's habits environment friendly in the banking business. It is like normal banking, along with the consideration for social as well as environmental factors for protecting the environment. This comes in many forms, such as using online banking instead of branch banking, paying bills online instead of mailing them, opening up CDs and money market accounts at online banks instead of large multi branch banks, or finding the local bank in the area that is taking the biggest steps to support local green initiatives. Foreign banks are practicing green banking on much serious note. The Indian banks are still taking baby steps into this form of banking. Still, many of them are keen to actively pursue this strategy.
Please read Vostro account. Jayashree.
Yes, sir. Vostro account. Russia has become the fifth largest exporter to India. India's import from Russia skyrocketed to $21.34 billion in the April to September period. Amid rising exports, the RBI has allowed the opening of 9 Vostro accounts with Indian lenders. In July, the RBI unveiled the mechanism for settlement of international trade in Indian rupee. The move aims to promote Indian rupee in the international global community. Now, let us know what is a Vostro account. Vostro is a Latin word that translates to your, as in your account. Vostro accounts are held by local bank on behalf of another foreign bank. Such an arrangement forms a key part of correspondent banking, in which the bank holds the funds, act as custodian, or manages the account for a foreign counterpart. For example, if State Bank of India is maintaining the account of US bank in rupees for managing the transactions of US bank, it is termed as Vostro account of that bank by SBI. In the above example, the US bank will treat the account as their Nostro account with SBI. The Vostro account is established to enable a foreign correspondent bank to act as an agent or provide services as an intermediary for a domestic bank. These services include executing wire transfers, withdrawals, and deposit for customers in countries where the domestic bank does not have a physical presence.
Good. 1 minute. These are all good questions. What is green shoe option? Please read. This clause allowed.
Just a minute. Yeah.
Anybody else can volunteer to read? Anybody else whose internet is good? Come on, Jayashree has got some issues.
Shall I continue?
Yeah, continue.
Green shoe option. This clause allowed the underwriters to purchase or sell some percentage of the company's total shares. This is over and above the number of shares that are allotted in the IPO in the first place. This is done for regulating IPO prices and is now known as the green shoe option. The green shoe provides initial stability and liquidity to a public offering. As an example, a company intends to sell 1 million shares of its stock in a public offering through an investment banking firm, which the company has chosen to be the offerings underwriters. The underwriters function as the brokers of these shares and find buyers among their clients. A price for the shares is determined by careful examination of their value and expected worth. When shares begin trading in a public market, the lead underwriter is enabled to help the share trade at or above the offering price. When a public offering trades below its offering price, the offering is set to have a broke issue or broke syndicate bid. This
Anyhow,
can create the
I'll stop this with this. I request UBI people to go through if they need something. Then this one, a red flagged account. This also you please go through. Then please go through this concept. Neobank. Neobank. Please note it. Neobank may be of interest for PNB also. Niharika, why don't you read this? What is Neobank?
Okay, sir. A neobank is a digital-only and mobile-first bank in India. Service providers partner up with traditional banks to create a digital banking platform to give customers seamless banking on the go. Neobanks work best for tech-savvy and cashless individuals who are comfortable with a digital-only bank. From online payments to saving and investing, neobanks are generally feature-packed and super convenient. Neobanks are generally digital banks which work completely online. They don't have physical branches, and all you need from the bank is an app. Currently, RBI regulations recognize that new banks aren't actual banks. While they can ease banking services by taking them online, the banking will be operated through a traditional recognized bank. New banks in India have not yet been permitted by the RBI to hold a banking license. Therefore, they are strictly speaking platforms that offer financial services through their banking partners who hold a banking license. The stars of neobanks in India look promising and brimming with potential. However, the biggest challenge for these platforms is gaining customers' trust. Understandably, most customers may find it difficult to trust an unfamiliar entity over banking names they have known for years. Some of the neobanks operating in India are Frio, FI Money, Razorpay, etc.
Very good. This is also a good topic, common for both of you. Please read gig economy.
A gig economy is a labor market that relies heavily on temporary and part-time positions filled by independent contractors and freelancers rather than full-time permanent employees. Gig workers gain flexibility and independence but little or no job security. Many employers save money by avoiding paying benefits such as health coverage and paid vacation time. Others pay for some benefits to gig workers but outsource the benefits program and other management tasks to external agencies. Examples of gig workers include freelancers, independent contractors, project-based workers, and temporary or part-time hires. Gig apps and digital technology are often used to connect customers and gig workers. The gig economy is a recent trend with a number of factors contributing to its rise. The two most important factors are the workforce has become more mobile and work is increasingly done remotely via digital platforms. The gig economy provides consumers with an alternative to commercial products and industries. They turn to the gig economy for convenience, better service, or both. This is the case with ride-hailing apps like Uber and food delivery apps like Grubhub. Gig apps have also met consumer demand where a service is in short supply or expensive. This is a role of Airbnb has played in places where hotel rooms are in short supply, making more temporary accommodations available, sometimes at lower prices.
One minute. Yeah, now next question maybe of interest for us is this one, priority sector lending certificates. It's common for both of us. Please read The priority sector lending certificate scheme.
The priority sector lending certificate scheme was introduced to enable banks to achieve the priority sector lending target and sub-targets by purchase of these instruments in the event of shortfall, and at the same time incentivize the surplus banks, thereby enhancing lending to the categories under priority sector. The seller will be selling fulfillment of priority sector obligation and the buyer would be buying the same. There will be no transfer of risk or loan assets. The PSLCs will be traded through the CBS portal e-GPAY of RBI. The sellers or buyers are scheduled commercial banks, regional rural banks, local area banks, small finance banks, and urban cooperative banks who have originated PSL eligible category loans subject to such regulations as may be issued by the bank. There are 4 kinds of PSLCs. PSLC agriculture, counting for achievement towards the total agriculture lending target. PSLC SF or MF, small farmers or marginal farmers, counting for achievement towards the sub-target for lending to small and marginal farmers. PSLC micro enterprise, counting for achievement towards the sub-target for lending to micro enterprises, and PSLC general, counting for achievement towards the overall priority sector target. A bank having shortfall in achievement of any sub-target will have to buy the specific PSLC to achieve the target. However, if a bank is having shortfall in achievement of the overall target only, is as applicable to it, may buy any of the available PSLCs. Normally, PSLCs will be issued against the underlying assets. However, with the objective of developing a strong and vibrant market for PSLCs, a bank is permitted to issue PSLCs up to 50% of previous year's PSL achievement without having the underlying in its books. All PSLCs will expire by 31st March and will not be valid beyond the reporting date, irrespective of the date it was first sold. The PSLC would have a standard lot size of 25 lakh rupees and multiples thereof.
What is this Zed scheme for MSMEs? Ram Manogar, you are there? Ram Manogar.
Yes, sir.
What
Yes,
is
sir.
this? Have you heard about this earlier? Zed scheme for MSMEs. Zero defect, zero effect. Ram Manogar,
Yes, sir.
why
I
don't
only
you
know.
why
Yes,
don't you
sir.
read
I will
this?
read.
Why don't you read this?
As the MSMEs are amongst the strongest drivers of economic development, innovation, and employment, it becomes imperative to strengthen their ecosystem. The government of India envisioned the Zero Defect, Zero Effect initiative to enhance MSMEs' competitiveness, make them sustainable, and transform them as national and international champions. Addressing the nation on India's 68th Independence Day, Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi urged the industry, especially the micro, small, and medium enterprise of India, to manufacture goods in the country with zero defects and to ensure that goods have zero effect on the environment. MSME Sustainable Z certification is an extensive drive to create awareness amongst MSMEs about zero defect, zero effect practices and motivate and incentive them for Z certification and to become MSME champions. The scheme is proposed to be implemented in 2 phases. Phase 1 for manufacturing MSMEs with Udyam registration. Phase 2 inclusion of service sector MSMEs. In phase 2, it is also envisaged to provide funding to the Z certified MSMEs to obtain international certification as necessary for international market, and further making provisions to align Z certification with the international certification for its global acceptance. Certification can be after registering and taking the Z pledge. Level 1 bronze level certificate, bronze certification level, silver and certification level, gold. Every MSME that embarks on the journey of Z will have to take a Z pledge before applying for a Z certification level. Bronze, silver, or gold certification on WASH standard and other capacity building measures through MSME coverage will be available to MSMEs immediately after taking Z pledge. MSMEs will be given financial assistance or subsidy for obtaining the Z certification level. The subsidy will be 80% for micro enterprise, 60% for small enterprise, and 50% for medium enterprise. There will be an additional subsidy of 10% for the MSMEs owned by women or SC/ST or ST entrepreneurs or MSMEs in NER, Himalayan, LWE, Island Territories, aspirational districts. In addition to the above, there will be an additional subsidy of 5% for MSMEs, which are also a part of SWRTI or Micro and Small Enterprise Cluster Development Program of the Ministry.
Very good. I think we'll stop with this and let me put some simple questions to you. Mr. Ram Manogar, supposing you are posted in a rural branch, how will you do business? Come on. Ram Manogar, are you there? Ram Manogar is not able to hear. Anybody else? Our UBI people are here. UBI.
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
என்னாச்சு கட் ஆயிடுச்சா? The line got cut?
Sir, yes, sir, I'm available.
Why are you not listening fully properly? Line is getting cut.
Sir, voice break ஆயிடுச்சு sir. என்ன question தெரியல.
Voice break ஆகுதா? If you are put in a rural branch, how will you do business?